Creating a manually scheduled task is fairly straightforward. Set the task mode to manually scheduled, name the task, and fill in the information you have. Taskbars for manually scheduled tasks change their appearance to indicate which values you've entered. In this project, it's set up so that new tasks are set as manually scheduled. So all we have to do is create a new task. In this case, I'm going to name it Pack Office. Now you can see I've got a task mode indicator with a push pin, so it's manually scheduled, and the question mark says that there's information that you still have to fill in. Let's say it starts on July 15th. So I type that date in, and now you can see the end cap is in the timescale. Well, let's say your colleague Marco is going to estimate the duration, so you can write yourself a note. Put that in the duration field. Well, the taskbar doesn't change because you've just written yourself a note. But a few days later, when Marco gets back to you and says that it's going to be 2 weeks, you can select the duration cell, type in the 2 weeks, and now you've got a 2-week-long taskbar in the timescale. You can also see that it shows a dark cap at the end because you've got a start and a finish date. By giving the task a start date and a duration, Project can figure out when it's going to finish. One of the things, because it is a manually scheduled task, the taskbar is teal. If it were auto-scheduled, it would be a blue color. The other thing is the question mark goes away because now you have all 3 fields. Well, there's another look for manually scheduled tasks, and that's when a task has a duration but no dates. So let's create another new task. And in this case, I'm going to type 3D in the duration cell, and that's for 3 days. And you can see there's a taskbar, and it is 3 days long, but the ends are kind of blurred out, and that's the sign that there are no dates assigned to this task. What Project does to put it in the time scale is it starts it at the project start date. So that's July 7th. With manually scheduled tasks, you can fill in partial or complete information. It's easy to see whether you need to provide more info for a task by looking at the task mode indicator and the taskbar.